Hey folks, and welcome to the Pipnotic Symposium for the 30th of September 2019. Today we're going to run through a bunch of pairs. We're going to be looking on the hourly chart, spotting some intraday possibilities. So what we have here on the the Aussie American dollar, we had a low here. You can see we had some bounces around here, so 1 2 3 4, roughly this level, and this area here managed to move through it. Okay, so this area of supply is responsible for taking out this demand, which was tested a few times, telling us that this might be an interesting area to look at. So I'm gonna have a look there. We'll watch these for a while. 90.70. I just got a little utility that puts the stops in for me so I don't forget. Leave it like that. Okay, let's go to another one. What do we have here? Oh, we have to look for the same kind of thing. Where do we have an area that was tested multiple times and then violated? So we can see that we had this wicks here. So my chart's really zoomed out. I hope that's alright. I just want this so I can see a lot of information. So you have this. It was tested once, twice, and the third time went through, and this was tested. What do you have lower? Because this is gone. We have this. This was tested once, and now it's gone. What area did it? This one did here. Just going to see where we are on the... Oh, we're pretty low. Ooh, so careful selling. Careful selling this. You could do this for a really short term trade. I'm not going to take this because we're too low. Okay, so but this is certainly an interesting area. So mark off this area and then have a look. Okay, let's go to the dollar yen. Look for the same thing. Where do we have areas that were tested many times and then finally violated? Well, if we look here, we can see that we had something in here that was tested many times. See all these highs in here? Tested, 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 and it's finally gone. What did it? This one here. This is tested, so what's this looking like now? Well, this is still being tested. It's tested once. So this is still in play. Not a beautiful area, but that's what we have there. What else do we have? Well, we have something here. This is a micro area. Test, test. I'm going to go down. It's going to zoom in so it's clear. I've got into the smaller time frames. And here it is. You can see it right here. Once, twice. And this is the one that did it. It's already tested, so that's no longer valid. So we have to find one that is still valid. Okay, we'll just drop that, go to the pound, American dollar. So you have this one here, something in here. Close, close, tested, tested. This one removed it, so this is why my entry's there. Hope you can see why. Feel free to slow these down if I'm going a little bit too quick. Dollar CAD. Where do we have the same thing going on? So, got to zoom out. Okay, so we had this one here that was tested. And we're going to take this whole area. Tested, 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 tested. This one did it. So, this is where we trade. Price almost got to it and then it moved away. I like that, so I'm going to take that. I'm only risking like a small slice of this account. 133.17. 317. put that on. I'm going to move my stop up here. Risk about 25 bucks. Where do you put the target? You put it at opposing demand. So you do the same thing. So here you can see that this was tested and it finally cut through. Where's the same thing happening here? So you want, okay, it's gone. There's probably something down in here because we had like test, deeper test, and this went through it. So I probably wouldn't want to put it any lower than like around here. So we'll leave it like that. Okay, go to the dollar franc. What are we looking for? So testing. So the next one will probably go through it. Test. Not taken out. If I'm going too fast, feel free to slow it down. I'm just going to race through a bunch of different pairs here. So we see this. This is a micro area here. Test. Now it's gone. So I'm going to mark this off. Mark off the accumulation, distribution, because we're going lower. Test. What area did it? This one did here. What does that mean? That means that we trade there. Right there. Go to the small time frame to make sure it looks nice. No, it doesn't look very nice, does it? So what I'll do is I'll take the low of the wick. Yeah, I don't like this. It's not very interesting at all, so I wouldn't touch that. So I'll leave it. I just mark it off for my chart, and I'll leave it, and I just watch it. I don't have any emotional capital invested in this position, so I can watch it and I don't care. Then I can learn a little bit about what's going on. But that looks like, on this time frame in the hourly, it looks pretty nice. Really big rejection, another one, pushed through, and then price went through here. So this would be interesting to watch. Okay, let's go to the dollar franc. Okay, so here we have this. Tested. What area took it out? Oh, this one did. It's already happened. So we can't take that. Okay, so that's done, unfortunately. So it looks like we've got something up here. Mark that one off. We've got this one. Test. Gone. What area did it? This one did right here. So this is where we trade. Okay. Oops. 6762. 63. Perfect. So we got that there. And then we want to look for the similar thing. So we had, for our targets, we have this. Test. What area did it? This one did here. So our target will go around here. Just above this one here. I'll put it right there. Okay. This is the Aussie franc. Okay, that's fine. Let's have a look on this one here. So we had the same thing happen here. Test. This is pretty messy, but price wriggled through, and the only clear release below that is down here, which is why I'm taking this one here. We have another one down here, and we have another one here, but this looks pretty interesting, I think. Like that-ish. We've got a stop on the other side of this one. There are a couple of nice areas just below price here. If we zoom in slightly, you can see we have this one. And I like this one as well. This is a nice one. We have this one. Or I'm going to go like this. like that. Let's have a look at Euro Aussie. Okay, so what do we have? The same thing going on. So we have this test. The area that caused this is kind of this one here. This is the one that had like kind of the closes below it. The lows have already been tested, so that's no good. We had something here. Test. It's gone. Which one did it? This one did here. So that's done. So we have to wait for that one to go, and then look for the area that removed that. Yeah. So there's nothing there. Nothing there for the time being. Let's go to something else. Let's go to the EuroCAD. Okay, what do we have here? Zoom out. Let's go here so we can find some clear ones. Well, we had a lot of. If you look at the lows here, you can see we had a test. The area that caused that was kind of up around here. Price moved away. That's not a pretty one. What do we have? So we have something in here. And the cool thing about doing it when you're zoomed out is that it avoids you from being a perfectionist because you can't see all the detail. Okay, so you can do these quickly. This is just another way to do the exact same thing, and I hope this way resonates with some of you. So we have test. Went through the area that did it is here. It's been tested. Now price is going up. See, okay, here we are. We have a test, and then price went down. So here we can move this. First we want to see what it was that caused this. Go the hourly. Zoom in a bit. Maybe the half an hour so we get some clarity. That's not a pretty area, is it? Let's have a look. Look at here. Test. What area did it? This one did here. But is this a nice area? No, it's not. Why? Because we had a lot of trading there. The only area that's interesting is probably higher. So if we look at this, test, gone. What area did it? This one here. So this is probably more interesting. But I won't trade it because I don't think it looks that pretty, but it looks like that. Price came close to it. This is probably the only one that's interesting. Let's have a look at the euro pound. Zoom out. Let's see here. There's not a lot of clarity here. Okay, here. There's a decent area there. This is interesting because it took out the demand that caused all these tests. So the demand below in here, they cut through it. Came close. We poke through it. I mean, this is at the origin, and below that, where we have clarity. Let's have a look. So where do we have clarity here? Sorry. Tested. So the beginning of the buy zone. This is the low. Let's try and find this. Test. So this one down here is interesting. Let's mark off the whole area. You know what, I'm going to mark off like this. Oops, that was ugly. This is where the test came to. But I won't trade that because probably you see all of these like levels on top of levels. I don't feel comfortable doing those. This is the only one that's okay, and this one has a lot. This is like a lot of child parent stuff going on. But if we have a look at that one, I mean, prior to the consumption of this supply, I mean, this is the origin, because this is where this big push originated from. Then it went through. So I think you could probably zoom in, have a look at this one, and I'd be inclined to go for the parent. So I'd be looking something like this, or even something like that, because this is the lowest area. But you could take the whole area, or you could go like so, okay, with a bit of space. Beginning of the buy zones, price is going to find fresh buyers here. Then below that we have this. Okay, but I'm not going to take this one, but I'm going to leave that one on. Put that on, leave it on, so you can watch it. Okay, and here we have this high that was taken out by this. Cool, so we'll put our little area in. We have this high. Price moved through it from here. We'll go to where the tests are. Okay, so price went through it, test, test, test. The area that did it is this one here, which has been tested, still in play, just tested one time. So the 900, yeah, not going to do anything there. Let's go to the Euro Norwegian. A lot of talk about this. So we have this one. Tested, 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 tested. What area took it out? Oops. This one here. Okay. Trade worked out nicely. See, now this is gone. Tested once. What area did it? Here's the origin of the move. Did it bounce at all? Yeah, we had a bounce. Let's have a look how big that bounce was. Not big at all. So the price, it was like a tiny little bounce here. You can see price went up and then bounced, but nothing, and then price just ground through it. Okay, so that's gone. If we look at this here, sideways, here we have interesting one. Price hasn't been back to those yet, but those are tiny. Yeah, nothing interesting. Let's go to the weekly. We're kind of at these highs, so we want to see some air. I mean, this one, this is nice. We managed to move above these highs. So here we had historical supply. Let's find it. I can't find it, so we have, that's all we have. Oh, not quite gone. You see, we don't know how big the area is. It could be like this, could be like this. We have no idea, but we can see that price moved above it. Okay, so look at the green candles. Here's the first one. It's been tested. This is the origin. Tested, price moving deeper, and now we're starting to form these higher lows, which is nice, and our price was racing north. And so we did have this, which is gone. The origin is here. It's been tested. Lower we have this, which has been tested. And so here we want to look for, we had something here, you can see, gone. Okay, tested. Now this is gone. We didn't trade above it. Well, we traded, but we didn't close above it. So this is telling me that we don't have commitment to move higher. Okay, so we have something probably in here. So let's go like this. There's a little micro demand there. And you can see because we have lots of wicks. Okay, so there's probably something in here. Right here. Down to the 1 hour, and we can see it. Okay, so here, ooh, got a lot of these tests here. The area that fixed it, took care of it, was here, an area on top of an area. So now this is gone. The area below it is it right there. So this is an area that we could consider for a buy, but we're pretty high, so I'd be careful. So I wouldn't be buying. So I'd just be looking for areas of demand that have been consumed and find out the supply that's responsible for that. So if we have, so we got some, we got this, tested, it's gone. Sorry, the area that did it is up here. This is an ugly area because we have a lot of wicks. So you want to find, I mean, this is testing. See, this is gone now. So you have to find these fresh areas, and they're on. We have this one here. This is testing this, and this is testing this, and this is testing this. The only one I think would be interesting enough is this one here, but it's ugly. It's not looking interesting at all. So we want to look here. Bleeding edge price, tests, tested, gone. The area that did it is here, but that's an ugly area. Tested. Looks like it's going to shoot lower, but we did have test, and then it's gone. What area did it? This one. So you could look to get involved in this from around here. So let's go to the half an hour and find clarity. So you could test. And we have kind of the candle that closed below these. I'll be looking to do something like that, if anything at all like that. Okay. I think I'll put that on. We're pretty far up. We're pretty high. We're having a bit of a, I had a big pull off here. So this is an area of daily supply which was tested, and now we're returning to the hourly supply price left from. Let's have a look here. So we had this test supply that did it is there. See, price has been there, so you could, this is pretty close to that, so I might do that. I feel comfortable enough doing that. That's about 5. That's a huge stop there, but I'll just go like this. So 9758. Cool. And I'll move my stop up here. And where's the demand? Well, why do we need demand? Because that's where we have our target. Here we can find it. Got this. Tested. What area did it? I mean, here's the origin. The green candle below. It's around here. You can see, we know this because we had test, and this is where it's gone. So you could put the target around here, and I think you'd be good to go. So we'll leave that in there. When's this set to expire? The 1st. What's the date today? So tomorrow. Will we get up there? Yeah, potentially so. I'll leave that in there. I don't want these in there for too long. Okay, let's have a look at the Euro Kiwi as the last one. So, what are we looking for? Zoom out. You can find the big ones. Okay, so we had testing. Go close here. Test. Now this one's gone. And the green one below it that caused it. That's here. Bottom of the green candle's right there. So that's the entry. and you'd put, I don't know where you'd put it, maybe here, or maybe below this one. Let's say just take the whole thing. That's tested already. This is a pretty nice area. Actually, price went already into it. This is interesting because we had a big rejection, and then price moved through whatever is in here. So we had a little area here. That's gone. This one did it. Tested it, pointing to the edge of the buy zone. Price went a little bit deeper as expected. Now we've moved away. So that's already happened. That's been tested once. Alright, what do we have in here? So we have to find something that's already been taken care of. Yeah, this is kind of a mess when we have this. We had something in here as well. The area took care of it. Parent chart, but there's something up here. The candle that left, it's this one here, but this one is in the law of testing levels and tops of levels. So the only green candle we have is up here, which is the origin. Price came there and went to the highs. So I mean, this is not supply here. This is reactions to supply. So we are going to have to go further left and look. Okay, so we have this. We'll mark off the whole area because we have a parent and a child. Tested once, twice, 3 times it's gone. Price went up here. Tested. Price has been here. If we look here, right there, we're going to cover both of them because they're kind of on top of each other. Okay, tested, tested, tested. What area did it? Something up here. So we're going to go to the hourly chart. We're going to find that little sweet thing, if I can find it. We can't find it on this blasted broker. Okay, so this is what we have. This is all we have. So clean pushes away. Well, this is gone. Go like this. We'll find the area. We got it there. I think that's a pretty decent area to enter. The stop there-ish. Got a bleeding edge price. Yeah, that's fine. 77.13. I can't go any. I don't even know if this is accurate because I don't have any more data. Bloody NT4, but we do have. And price has gone up here. Let's have a look. Yeah, price went here, and this is the one above. Okay, so I think that's fine. We'll mark that off. I don't know if we'll get there today. Probably not. Want to expire in a week. So let's put this in. This is like a small baby. Look like this. Boom. And let that bad boy sit there for a while. $25 ish. So where is our target? Let's look. Okay, so we had. This is already tested. You know, we could just move it down to here. We could move down to there. That was a really nice rejection. So we're probably going to have another bounce down there. So we'll leave it at that. Okay, when's this going to expire? The first? No, let's leave it till Friday. Cool. Alright. Let's see what happened there. Cool. I think we have a few trades in there. We'll leave those on and we'll see what happens. Cool. I hope you're understanding what I'm doing. If not, post some questions and I'll have a look at them. Thanks for watching.